All right, very quick update. I'm not going to drag today. So basically, headlights have gone in today. I've been doing some fault finding today as well. So I've had a number of issues, which I was always going to expect with regards to the auto electric issues. But anyway, that's okay. Got through them all right. Most was just a couple of relays were buggered. Really some bad connections through there for the horns and stuff like that. So nothing over the top. It was just a bit of fault finding. Plus had a little bit of problems with the switch on the dash. Anyway, so I had a few dramas with that, but that's all right. I got that sorted out. So I had luckily had a spare switch. So it was very convenient. So I just thought, while I'm here, since I've got everything apart, I'll just do a quick run through on the XH. And I'm assuming it would be very similar to the other models of this era, of where the relays and all that stuff are. So I thought, let's run through them real quick. So obviously fuse box, pretty straightforward, nothing special in there. Then you got your 3 relays in there. Well, not relays. So the top one on the right, that's your hazard meaning tick, click, tick, click. Then your next one is your park lamp, so that runs all your park lamps, and then you got your accessory relay, which is the one on the left. Moving in the engine bay, you just got your fuses through there. They are fuses, yeah. So engine, battery, standard stuff, ignition, main. So here goes the O2 sensor, ALB meaning anti-lock brake, and your fan, which is obviously your fans on the front. So then you've got your relays, which are under there. So this is easy. So two hoses and 3 bolts, and then that just slides forward like so. And then there's 3 more fuses under here. So that's your, what they call the WAC, meaning your aircon compressor on off, and also wide open throttle. So when you're full open throttle, the air conditioner will turn off. Yeah, so that's obviously to give you maximum power. Fuel pump's the middle one, and ECM is the next one along there. So that's your relay for your ECM. Just be mindful, there are some little connections in here. Just be mindful of these as well. Moving over here, there's a little cover. That's what it looks like. It's pretty well hidden, so once you've got a battery in, you probably don't even know they're there. But there's relays under there. So first one's your starter, next one's your low beam, next one's your high, and then the last one here is your horn. So just to let you know, in order. So that's from obviously going towards the front. So moving on, then you've got the other set of relays. These are all tied into the fan controls. So they just do different jobs, because there's 2 fans, 1 each fan, and then you got your master basically. So just be mindful, these are different types of relays. So some are normally open, some are normally closed. So when you replace these, make sure you replace exactly the same ones. Same with the low beam one. If you replace that, make sure it's the right sort of relay, like for like. So you'll see them, because if you put the wrong relay in, it'll do funny things to the headlights, and it'll turn the low beam off when the high beam comes on, all sorts of stuff. So make sure you get a like for like replacements. So really, that's about where all the relays are. Hopefully that's helped people do their fault finding, and if they have dramas, they know where everything is. So anyway, I think that's about it. I'll do an update, because I'm nearly done. I do have one major frustration, but I was rather annoyed with oneself. I dropped probably the biggest F-bomb I think I've ever done while I was putting this trim in. Gave her a little bit of a tap like that to get the trim in, and crack. Brand new bloody $400 windscreen, cracked it. So I don't know whether these windscreens are made out of paper or what, but that seemed bloody weak, to be honest. So yeah, that's dead. It's a killer. The windscreen's dead. That won't pass roadworthy, but it's just going all the way to the end. So that really, really, really peeved me. So I swore really loud. I think the whole earth heard me. But anyway, it is what it is. The other thing I've got to do is a wiper. So this wiper arm, the little linkages underneath there, this one is just keeps slipping. It keeps popping off the linkage underneath. So I have to get those $70 from Rare Spares, those bloody linkages. Not much I can do. So anyway, the door trims are done. They're all in. Interior's looking sweet. Seats are done. They're all looking good. The sweet sheepskin's cool. But other than that, yeah, so I'm going to order some new door seals. Obviously the old ones have all swollen, they're no good, but alignment's good, except for when I adjusted this guard, this all pulled in, so I've got to do a little bit of work on the door to pull that out a bit, which won't be a problem. Easy to access those ones. So anyway, so tomorrow I'm just going to put the thing back together, put all the airbox and put all the covers and relay covers and all that back in. But other than that, she's a car. She's pretty sweet. I've still got some parts to order, purely like the ones I mentioned before. But anyway, yeah, no, she's looking really good. It's come together very, very nicely. So yeah, it's everything works now. So all the locks and all the lights and switches and everything works. So all the auto electric side of it's done and dusted. But other than that, I think she's sweet, so it's good. So really, yeah, there's not much more I can say. So I tested all the wiper, water, all that stuff. So that's all good to go. So she's looking good. As I said, it is stifling hot, but that's okay. So anyway, so I will keep going. I'll get this thing finished properly, and then I'll do a bit of a video with it done. And yeah, so she's pretty close. So I'll get those parts on order. So a few, well, with seals and that, with the wiper thing and the seals. Yeah, it's going and of course a $400 windscreen, which took a month to get here, and then another 2 weeks to get fitted. So that really annoyed me. That crack's just going to fly down there as soon as I drive this thing. But anyway, at least I know how loud an F-bomb can really be. I've learnt that now. So anyway, so I'll get some adjustment done on the door while I'm waiting for the parts, and I'm going to try and get some run time of this thing, just to like run it, idle it, do its thing. It needs to get that old fuel out of here and get that fresh fuel in. So I've just got to let it run for 20 minutes, give her a bit of a rev, and she should be good to go. Other than that, yeah, it's sweet. I've just got to put the cover across the front. That's all sitting there ready to go. And then I'm just going to clean it, get the engine bay detailed and get it all cleaned up. And yeah, obviously have to get some tyres for it, or use the other car one, but I don't think I'm going to do that. That's going to be too much trouble. So I'll just go and get some cheap tyres. I've got the old 14s on there at the moment. So yeah, anyway, I'll just leave them there. They're fine. Yeah, anyway, she's cool. It's sweet. These come up beautiful. They come up really good, all that trim. So that's good, because that's all easy to come off again. So everything's all done. So all that's done. Everything, all the bolts, nuts, everything's all sweet. It's all sorted. Everything with the seats, it's all good. Everything's done now. Very easy to pull it apart now if when the time comes, or if someone in the future wants to paint it. Very easy to pull everything apart. Lights will pop out. Easy, easy, easy. So yeah, I got the lights in without the bumper being removed. It was a little bit of a fight, but not too bad. You just got to give a bit of flexibility on that, which it works. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to go. So much for a short video. Jesus. Righto, anyway. Thank you. Thanks for everybody, subscribers, and I'll make sure I'll do an update when she's finished, because really that's all I'm going to have to do. But probably I'm going to be waiting at least 2 weeks for windscreen, another week for the wiper parts. So it's going to be a couple of weeks before I get all the parts back in. But I'll do the bits and pieces. I've got to do a lot of cleaning and prettying up, and I'll get the tyres done all between now and then. I'll also get those brakes sorted out. So there are things I can do, which is good. So, and the thing is, it can basically drive. So yeah. Anyway, cheerio. Thank you very much. Cheers. Hope this helped people.